A mother who refused to give up.
She never planned to be strong. Strength was something people talked about in movies, in books, in stories that felt far away from real life. But life didn't ask her what she planned. Life simply arrived one morning, loud and unforgiving, when her husband packed a small bag, avoided her eyes, and walked out the door, leaving her with 3 children and a silence that felt heavier than any argument. For a long time, she stood there. Not crying. Not screaming. Just standing. The house felt suddenly too big, too empty, too cold. And in that moment, fear wrapped itself around her chest. How am I going to do this alone? Her name was Anna. She was 32 years old, with tired eyes and hands that were always busy, washing, cooking, fixing, holding. Her oldest child, Daniel, was 9. He tried to act grown up, but his questions were sharp and painful. Is Dad coming back? Her daughter, Lily, was 6. She cried at night, quietly, hugging her pillow so no one would hear. And the youngest, Noah, was only 3. Too young to understand, too young to know what had been taken from him. Anna had no dramatic goodbye, no explanation. Just a note on the table and bills stacked beside it. That first night, after the children finally fell asleep, Anna sat on the kitchen floor and cried until her body ached. Not because she was weak, but because she was human. And then something changed. She wiped her tears, stood up, and whispered to herself, I don't have the right to give up. The days that followed were brutal. Mornings began before sunrise. She packed lunches with shaking hands, tied shoelaces while answering questions, and forced a smile she didn't feel. She worked 2 jobs. During the day, she cleaned offices. At night, she worked at a small grocery store. Her body was always exhausted, but her mind never rested. Every coin mattered. Every mistake felt dangerous. Some days, she skipped meals so her children could eat better. She told them she wasn't hungry, even when her stomach burned. At night, when the house was quiet, doubts crept in. They deserve more than this. I'm not enough. But every morning, when she saw 3 small faces looking at her like she was their entire world, she kept going. There were moments that nearly broke her. Like the day Daniel came home from school angry and silent. Later, she found out kids had laughed at him. Your dad left you, they said. Daniel didn't cry. He just asked, Is it my fault? Anna dropped to her knees and held him tightly. No, she said through tears. It will never be your fault. Some people leave, but we stay. We always stay. That night, she realized something important. She wasn't just raising children. She was shaping how they would see the world. Money was always short. The washing machine broke. The heater failed during winter. Sometimes she chose which bill to pay and which one to delay. But Anna learned to be resourceful. She learned to fix small things herself by watching videos late at night. She learned to cook simple meals that felt warm and comforting. She learned how to turn ordinary moments into memories. Movie nights on the couch, picnics on the floor, stories before bed. The house wasn't perfect, but it was full of love. Years passed. Slowly, quietly, things began to change. Anna saved enough money to take a short course in accounting. She studied after midnight, exhausted, her eyes burning. She wanted more, not luxury, not comfort, but stability. When she finally got a better job, she cried in the bathroom at work. Not because the job was amazing, but because it meant hope. For the first time, she could breathe. Her children grew. Daniel became protective and kind. Lily found her voice and loved to draw. Noah laughed easily and hugged often. They didn't grow up rich. They grew up secure. They knew their mother would never leave. They knew love didn't disappear when things got hard. One evening, years later, Anna sat at the kitchen table while her children did their homework. Daniel looked up and said, "Mom, do you know you're really strong?" She smiled softly. "I didn't feel strong," she admitted. "But you were," Lily said. "You always are." Anna felt something tighten in her chest. She finally understood. Strength isn't loud. It doesn't always look brave. Sometimes strength looks like showing up, again and again, when no one is watching. Anna never became famous. No one wrote articles about her. But she raised 3 children who believed in kindness, resilience, and love. She built a life from broken pieces. She proved that a woman doesn't need saving to be powerful. And if you ever wonder whether you can survive what feels impossible, remember this. A tired woman once stood alone with 3 children, no help, and no guarantees, and she made it. Not because life was easy, but because she refused to give up. If you are struggling right now, this story is for you. You are stronger than you think. And even on the days you feel broken, your persistence is building something beautiful.